Hi guys, welcome back to a brand new wedding series here on my channel. Before we get started, don't forget to subscribe and give this video a big thumbs up. I'm very excited and happy to announce that I have scored my first partnership on this channel. This video is sponsored by Ana Luisa, and Ana Luisa is an amazing jewelry company based in New York. They carry sustainable and dainty pieces of jewelry such as rings, earrings, necklaces, bracelets, you name it, they have it, guys. They sent over a few products my way. So these earrings that I'm wearing right now, these are so cute and dainty. They're like a little green gem dangly earrings, very dainty. And they also sent over this other pair. They're just these little gold hoops, super cute. I'll definitely be getting a lot of use from these two earrings this whole summer. And they come in these cute little satin pouches that say Ana Luisa on them, just to keep them nice and safe, which I think is such a cute idea, especially when traveling. As brides or fiancés, we have a ton of events leading up to our big day. We have engagement dinner parties, rehearsal dinners, what else? We have bachelorettes, bridal showers, and I believe that all of these events, you need like little statement pieces, little cute dainty pieces, and Ana Luisa has got you. Of course, for our bridesmaids, there's so many giftings that you can do for your bridesmaids. I personally am someone that loves to gift things. I don't know, I just love gifting. I think it's so special, and it just gives me like this thrill of happiness when I see someone like open something that I've gifted them. But for our bridesmaids, there's a ton of ideas. They can be like little stuffers for your proposal boxes, your bachelorette goodie bags, which I'm going to do. And what else do we have? Oh, the day of gifts. I think it's so cute if you would buy them like the same matching pieces. So meaningful. Today's wedding series video is a Q&A. A couple months ago, I want to say like February, January, I asked on Instagram for my followers to ask me questions wedding related, and I never got around to doing it, but here we are now, and we are going to dig into the questions. I screenshot the questions. A lot of them were very similar, so I kind of like tied them in together. But let's go ahead and get started. I got a lot of questions on my wedding theme and what inspired it, so I kind of just tied all those questions together. And someone asked, what's your wedding theme? What colors inspired your theme? So I just mashed them up. So our wedding theme colors are shades of mauve pinks. At first I had wanted like blush pinks, but I kind of felt like that was a little tacky once I saw how blush looked. So my aunts kind of guided me more into like the mauve pinks. So it's gonna be a ton of shades of mauve pinks. We have crystals, lots of white, and glass. And what inspired my theme was back in high school, I had a Pinterest board, and that had always been my actual like wedding inspo. And so whenever I dug up my Pinterest board that I had all these little wedding things saved up from years ago, I was like, you know what, that theme is still sticking to me, and if it's still sticking to me, it's because I obviously still love it, and that's what I'm gonna roll with. Someone also asked if Josue had any say in the theme. Honestly, guys, at the beginning, Josue wanted a completely different theme, but I wanted something a lot more like elegant, just more like classic, something that's not going to be outdated. And I just felt like this specific look is something that's just going to be very classic forever, you know, like you can't go wrong with like glass and white and like neutrals. So, well, neutral shades of pink, I guess. And Josue, after some convincing, was like, you know what, like I actually really like it. It's really elegant, it's really classy, like let's go for it. And he was very like all for me choosing what I wanted stuff, you know. He was kind of like, you know what, I trust you, I trust your aunts and to what you guys are gonna do, and you know, do what you want. And so I was like, okay, like that's so much more easier, so much more simple. Did you guys wanted to, or how did you guys, I think they meant how did you know you guys wanted to get married to each other, which also tied into another one right under it that said, when did you guys know that you loved each other? So I'm just gonna like mash them up together. I can't really pinpoint a moment where I can say like, oh, this is why I loved him, or like this moment is how I knew I wanted to marry him. Like I can't really pinpoint that out exactly, but I can tell you that what I love about Josue, and it's something that's how I know I love him, he is the most attentive and the most detallista person that I know. He's always there for me. And the reason why I can say that I knew that he's the person I wanted to marry, Josue and I have been together for 5 years now, and in those 5 years you experience like personal battles, not just in your relationship, because I mean that's normal as well, but like personal battles. We've both, in this period of time, in these 5 years, we've both lost our grandpas. And you know, there's other little things that happen. It's in those moments that you realize that that person is your safe haven, you know. And Josue and I have created this safe haven for each other, and I think we've just structured ourselves into being there for each other. And so that's how I know that he's the person I want to marry. I know that he's always going to be there for me, not just for me, but for also my family. And he knows that I'm going to also be there for him, not just for him, but also for his family. And we've proven this to each other with all the struggles that life has personally given us. We've proven to each other, like, I'm your go-to person, I'm there for you, I'm your safe haven, and that's someone that I want to marry. I can only hope that we grow from there and create that safe haven as a family one day as well. And yeah, what are you most excited for after being married? So definitely, I guess, being with Josue, like actually being with him now. I come from a Hispanic household, and if you're Hispanic, maybe you know, we're not allowed to like travel alone or like, you know, stuff like that. So I think definitely being able to do all these things together after we get married is gonna be super, super, super fun. I mean, we do a lot of things already now. If you guys follow us on social media, my parents aren't too strict, but of course they're still very old school. And I guess I'm blessed that I've been able to do mainly everything I've ever wanted to do. Like, we go to visit my family and stuff like that. So we do a lot of traveling together, which I do love, but I know it's gonna be like a lot more things that we're gonna be able to do, like travel more after being married. So I'm so excited for that. I think that's what I'm most excited for, is just doing life together. Was he nervous when he got on one knee? And I feel like that's something that he has to answer, and he says no. I've asked him before. I feel like he was nervous because I feel like he messed up. Instead of saying like, will you marry me, he said, will you be my wife, which I thought was really funny. And my aunt asked, ¿y los babies pa cuando? Well, tia, not anytime soon. We definitely want to wait a while after we get married, of course, because when we get married, it's never been just us two, and I think once you have kids, it's never gonna be just you two. So we definitely do want to wait. If it happens before, if God blesses us before, then it is what it is. But we definitely do want to wait and just enjoy our, I guess, free time before children, traveling, things that you won't be able to do when you have kids. Which also ties into the next question. It says, how many kids do you want? I don't really know. I've never really pinpointed a certain amount of kids that I want. Maybe 3, I don't know. Whatever God blesses us with. But we do want to adopt at one point in our life. You know, if we're blessed to be able to do that at least once, we would love to do it twice, but if at least once we can, that's definitely one of our life goals as a couple. What has been the best or the worst, well, best and worst part of wedding planning? So the best part of wedding planning, I think, is just seeing everything come together, and I have 100% fallen in love with the process of wedding planning. I don't know what it is about it. It brings me so much happiness. So I think the worst part is, you know, probably seeing everything like come together, because you're like, okay, like what do I plan now? Like what do I work on now? Like just wait till the day of. So I think that's the best and the worst part, is just seeing all your visions come to life. And the worst part is just like, okay, like what do I do now? Do you have a schedule prep? I think schedule prep for the wedding day. Schedule prepped for the wedding day? I highly recommend if not. I actually kind of do have a schedule prepped. We're having all the bridesmaids get ready at one spot. I've secured, I think it's like 4 makeup artists, so they can do everyone's makeup in the same house, and then the groomsmen get ready at a different house, because our photographer and videographer are going to be like going from the bridesmaids to the groomsmen to get pictures and videos for, you know, all that fun stuff, which I'm really excited about. But the day of course, it's like my last day at home, which is so bittersweet. I'm you know, it's gonna be such a bittersweet moment, but I do want to have like one last relaxing morning at my house with my family. We're big on like eating breakfast on the weekends together, so that's gonna be like very special to us to like have that one last time. Why am I so emotional? Oh my gosh. So yes, I think that's what I can't even talk anymore. But yeah, that's basically the schedule. I'm gonna have breakfast with my family, enjoy being at home for like my last couple hours, and then head over to where all my bridesmaids are gonna be, and get ready there and head on to the church. What are you the most nervous about for the wedding? P.S. I have been loving your wedding series. Please keep it up. First of all, thank you. I love when you guys tell me, or when people tell me like, oh, I love watching your wedding series, because I love watching wedding series myself. So yeah, and I think what I'm most nervous about for the wedding day is all like the super emotional stuff. I'm a super emotional person. My parents are super emotional. My whole family's super emotional. So I'm very nervous about like all the emotions that are going to be running. It's going to be a bittersweet day. You know, I'm obviously going to be super happy. I'm going to be marrying the love of my life, but it's just bittersweet because, you know, you're leaving your family behind, and I've never lived without seeing my parents for like 26 years. You know, I've always been under their roof, and I'm very blessed for that, and I'm very thankful. I love living here at home. But yeah, I think I'm most nervous about like all the emotions running. I'm gonna do a first look with my family, with my parents and my brothers, and I think that's what I'm really nervous about. Just like the tear work. So praying that my makeup stays off. The next one is, where are you going for your honeymoon? I'm actually going on 3 different honeymoons. Our first one's gonna be just a local one. We're going to the coast. Our second honeymoon, we're supposed to be like, we have one dream destination. Josue and I, we're very big on like asking each other questions for fun. We have like a book of like 3,000 questions. And ever since we started dating, we have always loved that. Like, we like just to sit down, ask each other questions, get each other's point of views on stuff. Even like on Google, there's a bunch of questions for like everything, you know? So on like, I think it was our second date, Josue and I went downtown, and he started asking a bunch of questions that he had like saved on his phone, and it was just like, you know, like get to know you questions. So one of the questions was, where's your dream honeymoon? And so we had this thing where we would like count down, like, okay, count to 3, we say the same thing, and we both said this certain place as our dream honeymoon destination. And so in my head I was like, okay, like it's meant to be. There it is. Oh, play. So we talked to our travel agent, and the time that we wanted to go, which was Thanksgiving break, I guess the weather there isn't all that great. A lot of places are closed because it's very low on tourism, and it doesn't get like good, I guess, doesn't get popping out there till like April, spring break. So we're gonna go till spring break on our dream honeymoon destination, which I'm super excited about. But for Thanksgiving break, we're going to Hawaii, which I'm super excited about because I just feel like Hawaii has like Josue written all over it. It's literally Josue's vibes. I went back in 2015 with like my cousins and my mom and my aunts, and it was like a girls trip. It was super fun. I loved Hawaii, and we're actually staying right where I stayed last time. So great location, and we're already looking into all these like activities to do that I know are like up Josue's alley 100%. Like, I'm so excited. I will be vlogging that as well, so stay tuned for November's vlogs. But yes, those are the 3 honeymoons. Last question is, how long did you wedding plan for? So, funny story. Josue and I, we were together for 3 years at this point, and we kind of were like, you know what, like we want to be with each other for the rest of our lives, whatever, that conversation that you have. And we started kind of planning like our wedding back in 2019. And obviously, like, I didn't tell anyone. 3 of my cousins knew because they were always at my house, and I had this journal right here. It's ripped now, but I had all my plans on there, everything I needed from head to toe for the wedding, for like my dream wedding, whatever. And we settled on the date back in 2019 because it's our anniversary date. It's not like the month, but it's still like the number. And in our relationship, if you know, Josue is very detallista, so like every 16th he always like brings me flowers. We do something like small, something special, you know, go have dinner at the park, go have dinner at a restaurant, whatever, watch a movie here at my house, you name it. And so we wanted to keep that tradition of the 16th going, you know, forever, because it's a number that it's near and dear to our hearts, and we celebrate now, so it's like, okay, let's continue celebrating the 16th for the rest of our lives. And we picked this specific date because it was like the only day in the fall that fell on this specific date. So back in, oh, there's even a pen in here. I don't even know how long that's been there. It's like yellow. It's like a prayer journal, I guess. It has all these little prayers at the bottom of the pages, and it just has this in the cover, and it's all dirty. Oh my gosh, I literally have not opened this in so long. I ran to look for this when I saw the question. I was like, I know where it's at. But it was like under all these boxes. And it says to and from. But obviously, like, I didn't do that. I just wrote like wedding planner, Josue and Fatima, and I wrote like the date. And I wrote everything on here, guys. Bridesmaids, groomsmen, things I needed for the bridesmaid, things I needed for my bachelorette. So I already knew in 2019 that I wanted to go here for my bachelorette, so we're going to Tulum, and I even had everything that we needed for Tulum. And now Tulum's like all hyped up on TikTok, but whatever. But whenever I got engaged, my cousin upgraded me To an actual wedding planner. This is my now wedding planner. I just thought I'd show you guys. I have all the paperwork in here, everything that we need for the church, for the music, the bridesmaid color swatches. Everything is in like these little pouches on the front and on the back. As you can see, all this paperwork here, whatever. But yeah, this is really convenient. So go get yourself a wedding planner. I feel like this is like the best thing ever. And like the actual planning of it, so we got engaged in September, at the end of September, and by December we already had everything. We already had the hall, the music, the church, photographer, videographer. We had everything already, so it was very like on it. So hit me up if you need a wedding planner. I got you. Anyways guys, there's a ton of other questions that were left unanswered, so I think I'm gonna do a part 2, but we'll see about that. Don't forget to check out Ana Luisa in my description box. You can find that on TikTok, Instagram, and on their website, and of course they have provided a discount code for my followers. I'm gonna link everything down below, including the discount code in the description box. I hope you guys loved this video. Go ahead and give this video a big thumbs up, and do not forget to subscribe and check out my other wedding series videos. I'm sure you guys will love it, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!